Hello and welcome to highlights of this first one-day international of 3 between Australia and England. This one in Adelaide and comes just a few days, of course, after England wrapped up the T20 World Cup on Australian soil. The team news, changes for both sides. Pat Cummins is now skipper of the Aussie white ball 50 overs team with the retirement in that format of Aaron Finch. Josh Hazlewood left out of Australia's 11 for this game. They went with 2 spinners in Ashton Agar and Adam Zampa. For England, just 3 of the 11 that played that final in Melbourne remained for this first ODI in Phil Salt, Chris Jordan and, of course, skipper Jos Buttler. Chances elsewhere for the likes of James Vince and Jason Roy. Pat Cummins won the toss and elected to field first, so let's get out to Adelaide and pick up the action.
Australia versus England, it's a wonderful rivalry and a new instalment about to begin. It's a nice shape. Decent enough carry there. Good seam position.
Encouraging for Stark.
Smack. Powerfully put down the ground. Kerry O'Keefe, you mentioned it, if you overpitch on this particular ground, you are going to be punished.
But particularly against this gilly, Phil Salt. We've seen him in the Big Bash. We've seen him before in one-day internationals. He's a terrific down the ground striker. Short pickup, maximum power.
Oh, just nonchalantly flicked to the leg side. Wow. What a stroke. Phil Salt taking his opportunity here at the top of the order.
And that's characteristic of this England team. You get held down by a couple of balls and then you decide to come out and attack. He steps offside. Very good leg side player. And he goes with it.
Edged and taken. Wonderful comeback by Pat Cummins. He gets the first in this match, in this series. And just as England look like they're going to run away a little bit, the skipper pulls it back.
Very skillful bit of bowling here. Taken over square leg for a boundary the previous ball. This time, a better length, a better line. Steve Smith holds at second slip. Very well bowled, Pat Cummins. That's the length to Phil Salt. And Smith did the rest at second grip. First wicket is down at 18. Pat has his first as captain. And England 1 for 18.
Bowled! A ripper from Stark. Brought it back into the right hand and you could hear the batsman. He could not believe it. And it cannoned into the stumps. 2 in a row for Australia.
Well, Australia punching back every time. England look positive. And this is a beauty. Look at that shape and that curve. It just holds off the pitch as well. He's done him completely. Mitch Stark.
Up-ish, but through the gap at mid-wicket. Nicely timed too by Malan. That's the short side, only 50-odd metres out there, and it trundles into the rope.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot from Dawid Malan.
Edge, another wicket. Cummins has got his arm in the air, as does the umpire. Vince departs, and Cummins, first time captaining the one-day international side, has started wonderfully well. 2 for 11, England 3 for 31.
The tough thing about facing Pat Cummins, he kind of angles into the right-hander and he can just get it to hold its line, just a faint edge, and Vince has to go. It's beautiful bowling. Australia right on top here at the Adelaide Oval.
He just wanders in and floats one up there. Malan doesn't let him get away with it. Strokes it to the fence.
That's a nice shot from Dawid Malan. And it's a no ball as well.
It's a beautiful drive. Beats the field. A correct looking stroke. Finds the rope. Nicely driven. Such a stylish player.
Yeah, 10 gone, 3 for 47.
Malan. Slog sweep. Hopeful cry of catch, but it rockets away backward of square.
Got him! Straight through. Marcus Stoinis responds.
Well, how many times have we seen that the boundary, the drive, and then suddenly the next ball the Australians adjust their length. They adjust the seam a little bit. This is jagged back in off the seam. And Billings, a big gate, absolutely turning the bat face, looking to work to leg. Terrific bit of bowling by Marcus Stoinis.
Chipped straight. Continues that form from the T20 World Cup, the skipper.
If there was any conjecture as to how Joss Buttler would approach 4 for 66, it was answered within the first couple of balls.
So the shorter side, leg side at the moment, and that's where Malan targets, just to help yourself around the corner for 4. Timing. He's literally just put his bat there. And it's awesome work. No, not in the air. Marnus Labuschagne scampering to try and save it. But Joss Buttler, the timing of that shot was just ridiculous.
Weird throws the hands at it. Nearly something unbelievable at backward point. Agar.
Well, Malan has absolutely hammered this. Pace on the ball, and to his left, he is a left-hander, but that went like a rocket. Would have been the catch of the summer in the very first game.
Takes on the fielder, doesn't get away from him, and Zampa strikes. Agar with the catch. Zampa with the big Brett Lee chainsaw. And Butler's done, and the partnership's broken.
Well, that's come out of nowhere from Malan. Enough flirting with the ball outside the off stump. He takes Cummins for 6.
Where'd that come from? That's an amazing shot from Malan. You feel like this innings is on his shoulders now. If he can bat through the 50 overs, then England might have something respectable. There's the 50 from Malan off 64 deliveries. And it's been a classy innings with wickets falling at the other end.
Gorgeous timing. Such fluency with that cover drive. And that is why he's so good to watch when he's in touch. This time a pick up over to the leg side. And this is what we see from Malan when he gets into T20 mode, playing with the field.
Chops down hard on it in the short boundary. The ball was always a chance of winning that race, even though Stoinis didn't have far to move.
Tight one, and gone! It's Ashton Agar with the throw, and he does not miss.
That's not a run. No way in the world that's a run. And brilliant bit of work to knock out middle stump from there. You've still got to finish the job.
Width and takes advantage, smacks it away.
That's a no-no.
6 for 176. Malan looks to go the sweep. He was up and under it, but gets it down to the rope. Continues along to 87 now, Dawid Malan, out of a total of 188. This time he's really interested, and this time Zampa gets his man quicker.
Ball tracking coming up now, Paul. Impact is in line and hitting the wickets. There's 3 reds. You'll be staying with your original decision of out. I'll let you know when you're on screen.
That's his 100. It's a great 100 too from Dawid Malan. Really class innings against some quality bowling today. He came in early on,
That's hit with great authority. Classic cover drive from a delivery that was over pitch. And that's hit into a gap, really nicely placed. Got across and climbed into the line there of Ashton Agar. Decides, I'm going big. The biggest of the day for him. Gets it over the fence. It's taken in the crowd. The arms are raised. It's time to quench the thirst.
Yeah.
Why not? You're at the cricket in the summertime. That's what it's all about. It's cut firmly, and that'll race to the boundary. He's been wanting to get the ball in that area. That time he had the length, or lack of length, from Adam Zampa to work with. Didn't need to get too creative at all. Goes big again, and perhaps the biggest. Into the crowd again. It's at the front of the members. One hand, one bounce perhaps, but it's another lusty blow to close out the 44th over. Dawid Malan on fire, 7 for 247. Heave to the leg side, a fielder settles, but can't do much with it. Well, does brilliantly with it, in fact. This is such a feature of the modern game. It's Ashton Agar. I suspect that they'll just check it, but it looks like he did everything in his power to save 5 runs there. It's all in the timing. Watch the feet. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's unbelievable, the fielding.
That is modern cricket at its finest. What a play by Ashton Agar. Catch, it's the call. It's that man, Ashton Agar. Settles and accepts it. So a brilliant passage of play by Agar, well bowled by Zampa, but there's going to be a wonderful round of applause here for one of the finest innings on this ground by an England player in one-day international cricket. Dawid Malan looking to go to the leg side again, just sliced it. Oh, that's a lovely stroke, found the gap, some leg work. Cam Green, again, he's been busy, but it wins the race, the ball. So the first boundary in this format at this level for Luke Wood. That's a lovely stroke. High, it's gone up. It's Travis Head who is coming in and settling. Oh no, he's put it down. A little bit to deal with there. I don't think he was looking directly into the sun. He's got the glasses on, but just a little misjudgment in the end and meant he had to lunge forward. Edged and gone. Well, started to walk and then decided to wait for the decision. Did Luke Wood. It was confirmed by Paul Wilson.
I'm pretty sure Paul Wilson was going to give that not out. And then Luke Wood just got a thick edge, really. It made a big noise and deflection.
Slapped and nearly takes out his batting partner. Beautifully down the ground.
And he's absolutely smoked that. And it's just about clean Ollie Stone up. Number 26 was nearly gone. Look out.
Oh, it's squeezed out. Ken Green picks up. Run on for the second and the throw. The height of it allows David Willey to get back for a second. Pat Cummins and decided to bowl first, sent England in. And as you can see there, it's primarily about one man.
Certainly is. Roy struggled early for his 6. Salt went for 14. And then Vince went early, so did Billings. Butler looked in good touch for his 29. Dawson run himself out. Then handy contributions from Jordan, Willey and Wood down the bottom of the order to support Malan's majestic 100.
The bowling card for the Australians, 3 apiece for Cummins and Zampa. Stoinis just chipped in with a beautiful delivery to get rid of Billings. Ash Agar probably bowled a bit better than that, than those stats, but that's the tail of the tape. 288's the target. First ball. Leg by, I think, will be the signal from the umpire, so that's the first run. Warner off strike. It's a big, thick edge that races across the outfield. There's maximum value here at the Adelaide Oval. It always has been that way, and it's the opening boundary. Well, that's beautifully put away. Just the first time that David Willey's really over-pitched into that zone, and just took a bit of the intensity off, did David Warner,
Yeah.
and just eased it, caressed it nicely. Heave to the leg side, a lot of room out there, and it clears the rope, short side of the ground. Just looked a fraction rush there for a moment, Travis Head, but he swiveled around nicely. Oh, and it's hammered. Firmly struck. He's watching the ball closely now as David Warner. Heave down the ground. Just enough. I didn't think it had come off the pat quite as well as Warner had hoped, but he did enough to bring up the second boundary, a bookend of fours. And that over and after 5, Australia going through the gears, none for 31. Oh. That's trademark Travis Head. Just used every ounce of pace and speed on that ball. Oh, that's so clever, so creative from Warner all the way. Ridiculous shot.
Well, if Josh Butler can do it in a World Cup, and David Warner can do it, he's hit that a long way.
Well, that's hoisted away. That short side being targeted once more. Wow. That was an A.B. de Villiers style spin of the wrists, as that's headed to the boundary as well. Well, he's got the side of the bat, but it's gone over Josh Butler's head for 4. This time, straight into the gap. There was only one place that was going. Back-to-back boundaries here for David Warner. And he's purring nicely. And this time, Josh Butler can't get to it. Another boundary. 3 in a row. And this is starting to have an England run chase against India in a semi-final of a T20 World Cup feel to it. Through, beats backward point, there's a chase on, again gets it into a gap. Dangerous signs here for England. Width, and punished to the boundary, not going to catch that. It's such a short boundary here at Adelaide Oval. Easy pickings. He will come through, needed to hit, and it might have been tight, but it didn't. And David Warner goes to another one-day 50, 27th to add to his 18 one-day tons. He loves batting here at Adelaide Oval.
Head advances, takes on the man successfully.
Quick feet, wasn't it? Real intent.
Oh, a shocking misfield.
Bit of fielding.
It's like an own goal. Stone kicked it into the net.
Oh no, that's not what they needed.
Gee, he had to shovel that out, didn't he? Really work hard, but the chase on again down the ground. Hit it well enough. Another boundary. Travis Head.
Head to leg side, 50 for Travis Head on his home ground. Well played and welcome to the top of the order. His 13th alongside 200s and his 6th 50 versus England in just 11 innings in one-day international cricket.
Yeah, good 50.
Warner winds up and gets it into the gap. They're dominating here at the moment, the Australian openers. They really are. They scoot to 122 from just 16.1 overs. Two steps from Head, one bounce from Head. He continues along his merry way as the local man moves to 56 after 17. Australia, and none for 129. Slog sweep hit with power from Head. That is some shot. He just reached for it and smacked it. Straight down the ground. Punishes Jordan. One bounce. Travis Head moves to 68, and he is seeing it like the proverbial watermelon now, 144. Head is out. Straight to the fielder. A bit of a groan from the home crowd. But the catch is safely taken. And the first wicket falls thanks to Jordan and Phil Salt.
Gee, they needed that, England, and we thought it might come from a mistake from either Head or Warner.
And he likes to explore that leg side as he does on this occasion, but he's able to get that power into the shot because of that side-on angle. Pierces the gap. It's on top of it, Steve Smith, and it'll race away to the boundary. Glides onto the bat and out to the fence off the bat of Steve Smith. One for 172.
Oh.
Again, squeezes it through. Lovely timing. That balance, that weight transfer, everything about it, glorious.
He looks like he's enjoying himself out there, Steve Smith. It's always been a feature of his batting, is the placement. Just has a way of finding gaps. Technique's looking very sound and placement as good as ever.
Oh.
Timing again. Well, we've seen some shots from Warner and Head, but Steve Smith, wow.
Oh.
Again, threads it through, just guides it, caresses it to the boundary.
He's just toying with wood here, really.
And David Warner has found a way as well with a punishing sweep.
Again, left arm orthodox spinner on a good batting pitch to somebody like Warner on the Adelaide Oval. They are the hard yards. Such a good sweeper.
Pulled hard, low and out. Good catch.
Oh, Billings, that's a great catch for a wicketkeeper stroke fieldsman. It's hit flat and hard. It's probably the only way Warner was going to get out, caught in the deep. It's back of a length. He's tried to keep it down. He's flat batted it at pace to Billings, who's had to move in and cushion the catch.
Edge, brilliant catch. Butler with a beauty behind. Labuschagne just parts. Willie gets a second. That's top draw.
That's a very good catch. Slower ball from David Willey. Just got Marnus Labuschagne just feeling for it.
Oh, gee, that's nice from Smith.
Yeah.
Classical straight drive, that. He does seem to be middling the ball beautifully with his 7th boundary.
Ooh. Edged, and we'll find the boundary. No slip in position. And Australia tracking these runs down.
Uppish, there's no protection out there, so that's going to go away to the boundary for the second time in this over. 10 runs from it. Frustration for Willie. Australia 3 for 232.
As Steve Smith will push back For his half-century milestone, his 28th 50 to go along with his 12 tons. Oh, significant turn on that one.
That has really turned.
Oh,
Butler
just
has
over it.
reviewed it.
Ball tracking coming up now. Impact is in line and umpire's call on the wicket, so you'll be staying with your not out decision. Paul, stay with not out. You're on the screen now.
That was some serious turn.
Catch!
The reverse. And he's out. Well, he just created something, and Liam Dawson, he absolutely deserves that.
Well, he got a good piece of it. Alex Carey. That's an excellent catch. Phil Salt.
It's good footwork. You can see he wants to go after him. I just saw Butler signal to Dawson, throw it wide and fast outside off stump.
Up and under and into a gap. I think they'll have a look at that one. I think that'll be signalled 4. 4 for 269. This time he tosses it up a touch too far and Smith takes advantage. 3 to win.
Again, this is all hand-eye coordination. He didn't seem to be in any real set position to hit this down the ground, but he found the middle of the bat.
Good off mid on both inside the circle again. And 2 men out on the leg side. Smith goes aerially, brings up the win with a 6, Stephen Smith. Fine knock, moves to 80 Australia, cruise to a 6-wicket win over England at the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, job done. Never easy chasing, a score just under 300, but you had the feeling Australia had this game well in control after Head and Warner batted beautifully at the top, putting on 147. Then it was just a matter of really, playing sensible, smart cricket to get the run chase under control, which is what they did. So a nice start by Australia to this 3-game series.
England posted pretty good tally in the end of 9 for 287. Zampa 3 for 55 alongside Cummins with 3 for 62. Australia 4 for 291. Warner and Head at the top of the order. Smith was absolutely fantastic with 80. Australia win it by 6 wickets.
So a comfortable enough win for Australia, who take a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. 6 wickets the margin of victory in Adelaide. Off they go for part 2, and England will have to dust off the rust and look like the world champions they are. See you next time.